And if there's one thing we have been doing with all our anxiety for many of us, that has been eating and apparently drinking. I've heard drinking is up like 200%. I for sure know my carb intake is up about 200%. And that's where this next book comes in. Stop the Weight Gain Cycle: 7 Steps to Getting Healthy After Gastric Surgery. This book by Daye Ambersley goes beyond just those who have had gastric surgery. This is a real tool to understand weight gain, especially if you've had surgery. Daye, I'm so excited for her to join me here so you can meet Daye Ambersley and learn a little bit more about her book and the how to stop the weight gain cycle. Tell us the secret, Daye. What's this book about?
Hi, Angela. Yes, this book is about all of the other areas in our lives that we need to look at besides eating and exercise. We all know that. We all hear change your eating, exercise more, but there are so many other areas in our lives that we need to look at and examine in order to not just lose the weight, because we can oftentimes lose the weight. It is maintaining the weight and keeping it off. This book was so passionate for me because I had a gastric surgery that went wrong and I had to have it reversed. I had a lap band, and I don't even know if they do those anymore. I had to be rushed to emergency surgery. After having that band removed, I no longer had that device to help me lose the weight. I had to do some of that internal work. I had to look at other things outside of just eating and exercise in order to lose weight. And that's what I'm going to shed some light on in this book.
Wow. And did you end up going back and having another surgery? You did.
No, I actually lost all the weight without the surgery. I was so fortunate to uh, really make a decision that I didn't want to go through that again. It was so painful and it was so scary. And having gastric is usually the last resort for many people. I found myself at 260 pounds. I had just recovered from heart failure and I was only 30 years old. So I had to make a serious decision about my health. And as a result, I realized that it wasn't just my eating. It wasn't that I just wasn't moving. There were some other things that were going on that was holding me down and not allowing me to reach, the healthy weight and the well-being that I was looking for.
Wow. I think so many people are thinking about their health in different ways. Now, maybe this will be one of the positive things about the pandemic is we're getting, I think, more serious about our health because it matters now more than ever.
Yes.
Um, what's the one thing, if you could go back to that girl who was 260 pounds, just had a health scare like so many people are having now, and
Yes.
decided I'm going to have surgery, what would you tell her now before the surgery?
Well, I don't say that surgery is a wrong thing. For some people, it is the right answer. And for me, I thought it was the right answer. But I would say to make sure that you have looked inside yourself to see if you need to do some additional discovery about
Mm.
things in your life that could be weighing you down. And also, of course, look at what you're eating. I had some really bad eating habits. I definitely wasn't consistent with movement. And this book kind of gets into all of that, educating yourself. Right now, with everyone being slowed down, this is the perfect time to really educate yourself on different diet theories. There's 100 of them. And the thing that I discuss in this book is that everyone is different. What worked for me may not work for you. Every diet doesn't, work for everyone. Every way of eating is not the answer for every person. You really have to uh, take the time to educate yourself and really listen to your body and know when you feel your best. And then when you figure out when you feel your best, do more of that. And as you
Mm.
continue to do more of that, you'll automatically reach your goal without even realizing it.
I love that. So powerful. All right. So now let's talk about the goal of writing a book, because
Yes.
Rena from Brooklyn wrote in and she wants to know, how were you able to organize your thoughts into a book, and how did you know it would help your reader?
Wow. I have to say, a lot of that came from the support I received from the Aki Incubator. We had to write down a list of things that we wanted to put into our book. And without really any order, just what do you think you want to talk about? And as you write that list down, you get an opportunity to really hone in and focus in on what it is what message you want to give to your reader. And it was because of that support and that guidance that I received through the program was how I was able to really know exactly how I wanted to plan the book out and what direction I wanted to go in.
I love that. And I think it's, Rena, I would just say to you, if it's hard for you to organize your thoughts, just know that's normal. You're probably good at other things. And organizing a book is a little more complicated than it seems like. A lot of people just sit down and start writing. And I say they write themselves into a wall. And so being able to see that big picture and having worked on hundreds of books, over 1,000 books now, makes it easy for us to say, okay, let's make sure you're headed in the right direction. So love that. Love you, Daye Ambersley. Do you have your book? Can we show people? There it is. Daye is the author of Stop the Weight Gain Cycle: 7 Steps to Getting Healthy After Gastric Surgery. Daye
Thank
Ambersley,
you.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.